Welcome to today's collective reading. As you can see, there seems to be quite a bit of blue, intuitive to throat, so third eye to the throat, with all this light and different ways in which they combine is kind of the theme coming in right now. So we begin with clearing with the kyanite that's also blue and the selenite that is the high vibe white. Clear. Okay. So what does the collective need to know at this time, today, in this moment? Been called to use this Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. So it's very, very energy. Very high vibe here. Ooh. The Crystal Skull Wisdom, Clarity, Divine Healing, High Vibrational Energy. So much information can be stored inside of quartz crystal. So there's so much present here. There's also a sensation of it having like its own intelligence, or like a group of the skulls. Connection to the universe as well as the planet Earth. Could have something to do with some of the reverberation from the ending of the Mayan calendar and how they had the skulls come together. Could be a download coming through. Support, guidance even. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the need to pull some clarifiers yet. So what all do we want to come through, or is coming through now through for you guys? We have the Stargate heart chakra opening, unlocking, generosity. Oh, I just had the Emerald City flash through me, through my mind's eye here. So a bit of a Wizard of Oz vibe almost. If you really look into like what went into writing that book at the time and all the different players and the symbolism of every character, it's a pretty profound comment on society at the time and things that we all struggle with. Things that we're still experiencing even now. And with the Merkaba symbol there, it's the elevation above that. It's the rising above that struggle. So this information, this download, this awareness, the reverberation, the connection with both the universe and all of that wisdom, all of that information being grounded into the physical, yet still being somewhat mystical with this fog amongst the mountains or the mist. The opening of that heart and walking through that gateway, and the water, the giving. It doesn't seem to be a very strong flow through here, but there is the giving, and that is a huge change in this essence. It is changing. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And that's because what's coming through here from where we have been in this Emerald City of illusion, right? And rising above that, giving to the love, the light, the truth, it elevating and connecting the, what's above to what's below. This trickle is, it's where it is because that's what we can cope with at this point. It's the first bit for us to begin to be comfortable with more. and then to become comfortable with even more. As this flow intensifies, we're comfortable with the flow of the back and forth of the emotional information, the intuition, the connection of moving from the illusion to the truth. Alchemizing and changing that Emerald City into an elevated version of itself. This may take some time, but the process, it has begun. It has begun because we've been supported in becoming ready. And by that I mean the collective. We've been supported, aided. This is a co-creation that has a lot of energy and wisdom and players involved. All of your guides, guardians, ancestors. That universal wisdom, the Akashic records even. I will be shocked if that card comes out after saying that. I will be really shocked. Either way, a lot has gone into this. And the Seraphim Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. So your journey through this, as an individual as well as the collective tuning in, we as individuals and as a group have been supported by angelic energies, meaning like beings of love and light, guardians, guides, all of the seraphim, really. So it's like archangels, angels, guardian angels, like each of us has a guardian angel. The voice activation with that particular symbol there, it tells me that some of you are not just speaking love and light into being, speaking your truth, you're using the resonance of your voice to affect the energy that it resonates within. So if you're an artist and someone plays your music, you're positively affecting that environment as well. And their choice, they're choosing that environment that your voice channels. That is something that is aiding in this flow of this energy for the collective to be able to continually be comfortable with more and more of this flow, this back and forth of love and light, change, transmutation. Oh, well, okay then. The fulfilling of soul contracts and the remembering of who you are. We have the Merkaba here and the Merkaba here as well. So Stargate, Heart, and Soul Star activation. This is the higher self present as well. You know, I'm really, there's a synchronicity with the Merkaba, not just that it's a very protective elevation of your energy. It's the connection with the higher self coming through. And it being the Stargate of the heart, that is the bridge chakra between the upper realms and the lower realms, or the very 3D physical reality and the etherical, non-corporeal energies that are elevated. Woo! Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Oh my gosh, the Akashic records came out. There's so many soul contracts that you're fulfilling in this process by the activation of the heart and the higher self working with this. And it's so interconnected. And the Akashic records, it's the clearing of the old stories. So it's, I'll bring this closer. So clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. This is the shadow work that you have done to this point. Now it's gained so much momentum that You have so much extra energies around you, like, all right, we can join in now, we can help. You've brought the momentum here. It is time for this to happen because you're fulfilling soul contracts, and those contracts. Oh wow, I have like so many things that are wanting to come through me right now. I need a deep breath here and ground myself a bit, guys. Okay, so because you have done this shadow work energy, you're aiding others now. You're helping others in that very thing, in freeing themselves from their shadows. This can be something that's very personal in clearing your old habits, your old stories. For some of you, yes, it's definitely going to be very past life based. But others, you may not be aware intimately of all of the past lives necessarily, but you have overcome, healed, and transmuted and done the shadow work to move from victim mind state to survival mind state to a thriving mind state. You have done that work in this life for so much of the histories that kind of were stopped, stalled, or you just didn't have the opportunity to overcome or master those lessons in previous lives. You have done that work in this life. So even if you don't remember the exact life that it was paired with, you were able to have that opportunity in this life to elevate, to rise above. And you have different geographical locations here, represented. So in all that wisdom in the book, you can be like the book of life. You could be that. You could be that book of life. And know that anything that you need to know is present within all of you. Especially when you do the Merkaba meditation, or you pull into that energy that you use, be it, the crystal skull, interacting with the angels, the seraphim, or working with the Merkaba, where you raise that energy vibration within yourself. You open to that. You can tap into the wisdom within the Akashic record. And know that the answers you need will come to you. You may not necessarily know exactly where it comes from in the Akashic record, but being that you are working with the energies that you trust, the energies that are high vibrational, that are truth because you feel the love of the divine source, that truth is present within that the answers that you're opening to will come to you because they're meant to. And we'll do one more here. Oh, we have both the Soul Star and the Earth Star activation, and the Merkaba once more. So you're connected with the soul, like the oversoul, the heart, the middle of the bridge, and Earth. So this is divine, you, Gaia. To kind of give the beginning of the bridge, you're in the middle, and the other side of the bridge. Depending on what side you're on, it's all you. It's all you now. Like, you're fully connected. So it's anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Isis also, her story of how she brought all the pieces of her counterpart back together and made him whole again to be able to create life once more, to co-create. that has so much symbolism within that. So much symbolism within that story, within that message, which it's also present in other human cultural histories. But here in particular, this is something that's come into your physical reality. You've pieced yourself back together. You have found all that you needed within your shadow self that you thought that you were missing. It's all present within you. All of it. You have healed your masculine energy as well as your feminine. You have union within self, and this will be mirrored back to you in your reality. This is absolutely beautiful. Then I'm going to just do like the top of the deck here and place that there, and then the bottom we'll place over here. I'll read this one first. So the karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewriting your story, live your truth. So much light codes are present within this reading, especially this card. This card in the seraphim, like just, it's so beautiful, all of it. This is all the aspects of self. All those histories in the Akashic records, all those old stories, past lives. And receiving that clarity, knowing this to be your truth. Receiving that divine support and healing. Opening to being that connection, that channel for your voice to speak light, speak truth, speak love. So this is the top. So the karmic board is clearing, and it ends with ancestral realm, the releasing of that karma, the healing of the lineage, and healthy boundaries. Knowing your boundaries, knowing how to find them when you're in new situations, owning that. It's just beautiful. It's such an empowering reading. It might be worthwhile doing some investigation into some of the stone circles that are present around the planet. I don't recall exactly where. It's not Göbekli Tepe. It's not Stonehenge. But it is really, really old, and it's somewhere in the desert. I think it was on like an Ancient Aliens episode. But it was very, very small. It was very short and close to the ground, but it was incredibly old. And this one reminds me of that quite a bit. So your ancestors, they go back way, way farther back than you're aware of. Way, way, way farther back. Unless you're someone who does remember all of their past lives. You have been here for quite some time, and that karmic board is clearing and it's being released from, like, you're not having to bear that on your shoulders in your physical reality, being that this is very earth grounded. The connection, the bridge. It's clearing on one side. So we'll say that this is like the higher self, the upper dimensions. It's the karmic board is clearing here. And all of this is happening in between these two. And you're right in the heart of it. You're in the center of it. And you're surrounded by all the supportive energy. And it grounds you. It's interesting that I have this being like the higher side, the higher dimension side, but I have the earth here. So it's like there's this beautiful communication between two. If you really wanted to pull it in, I would say that within you, this is just a symbol of another synchronization that the divine is in union with Gaia within you. Your masculine and feminine in union within you. There's so much interconnection here. Just beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to bring the reading to a close here at this time. I do want to express my gratitude for being the channel for this message for the collective, for you. The divine within me honors the divine within you. Namaste.